Climbing Mt Apo had been a dream of mine since 2015 when I first visited Davao, Philippines. My wife's family introduced me to Glen, who was a licensed guide who led me up to the summit of Mt Apo. This is a film of our adventure in 2019. After hiking on the dirt road, the jungle, and through the grasslands, after about 3.5 to 4 hours, we finally got a good view of Mt Apo. Glenn showed me where we would take the route the next day, and we prepared to come into camp and set up for the next morning when we would wake up at 2 a.m. to summit to see the sunrise. As we reached the camp, there was already about 15 people in the campsite, guides, porters, and other climbers, who welcomed us as we set up our tents and prepared to cook dinner. We went to bed early in order to wake up at 2 a.m., prepare a little food, and then, with our headlamps going, hike to the top of Mt Apo and reach there before the 6 a.m. sunrise. Everyone woke up at 2 a.m. in order to reach the top of Mt Apo by sunrise. It was about a 3-hour climb up to the top, very steep and windy at the top. After summiting, we had lunch and then made our way back down to base camp. I was so tired, I collapsed inside my tent, rested for a couple of hours before we decided to go on to the next campsite that day. We found a campsite in a jungle this time, where we set up our tents for our second and final night on the trek. On the third and final day, I woke up with terribly sore legs from the climb of Mt Apo the day before. We packed up our campsite for the second time, and we left down the mountain, through the jungle, and then through the farming areas, passing farm fields, onto the dirt road which led us to Jeffrey's farmhouse, where we took a quick bath and had a cup of coffee before making our way into the little town, the farming village of Sitio Pluto.